All right, so go ahead and state your name and tell me your ride. What am I looking at?
So my name is Gary, and this is a 2010 Porsche 911 Carrera Turbo Cabriolet.
Oh, wow. So a turbo cabriolet, I mean, that's like top of the line, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they have the Turbo S
Oh,
past
gotcha.
this one, and then the GT 3 and 3RS. But,
Yeah,
but yeah.
those are fantasy cars for me.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty up there.
And so tell me your history with Porsche. Where have you always been a Porsche guy? What made you purchase this car?
So let's just say I've always been a car guy. I've had an enormous amount of cars. I actually have quite a few now, but I've always wanted a 911 and have never owned one. And I literally just bought this car last week. And I was on the search I wanted a wide body car. So it either needed to be a turbo, a 4S, or just any one of the wide body cars.
Gotcha.
But I really wanted the turbo just because of the performance aspect of it. It's a lot faster than those other ones.
And I'm a 911 guy as well. My dad, he was born in 1947, but when he was about my age, mid 30s, he's always dreamed of those, air cooled Porsche 911s and all that. And unfortunately, he got married and had kids, so it didn't happen for him.
Right.
But tell me now that you have your 911, you have this dream car. What does it feel like? Like you've accomplished it.
Yeah, I will tell you, it's unbelievable. So I bought this car in San Francisco, and the drive back from San Francisco down here to Southern California was amazing. This car has so much power, and it is just incredibly fun to drive. And when those turbos kick in, you hear them sucking, and you hear the exhaust notes change, and it just instantly puts a smile on your face. So it's pretty amazing.
It's that connection to the experience, to the driving experience that I think Porsche does. I mean, beautifully, and they're still doing even to this day. Although they're trying, they have to catch up with modernity, and we'll have to see what the future brings for them, and all these naturally aspirated things slowly going away. And granted, this is turbo, but how they're going to continue to develop their turbo cars for even the base 911 is turbo, right? It's a turbo 4-cylinder, the new ones. You've mentioned you were a car guy. What else do you have at the house, or what's the dailies, and what have you kind of grown up with?
So I've had a lot of classic muscle type cars, and then my daily drivers are always German. They're usually either BMWs or Mercedes. And currently, I have a 1968 Pontiac Le Mans convertible, a 1966 Pontiac Bonneville convertible. I have a Mercedes SL 550 convertible. I have a 2019 Ford Raptor.
Oh, wow, lucky.
And then I have a 2013 Ford F-150 King Ranch, a W210 Mercedes E320, 2021 Honda Civic Sport hatch.
Perfect.
I'm sure I'm missing something.
No,
but,
so you've quite the collection. There it is, and you've mentioned a lot of the German cars. Is the stereotype true? Is the maintenance pricey and just here and there? You're always at the dealer. You're always at your German mechanic. Well, give me your experience on that.
Yeah, so pretty much most of the German cars I've had, they do require some maintenance, and it is pretty expensive. I found that my BMWs probably require more than most of the others, and for some reason I just can't stop buying them. My last one, I had a BMW 7 Series that I just sold a couple of months ago, and loved the car. That one actually was pretty solid, but I had a 7 Series prior to that literally every other week something was breaking on it,
Oh, man.
And they are so expensive to fix. I'm hoping that this one is fairly reliable, but
Gotcha. Okay, so you got to heed that advice. Oh, man, I thought it was just a stereotype.
Yeah, it's definitely not a stereotype, but they're a driver's car. So, the German cars are so much more fun to drive that, for me, it's kind of worth the what you got to pay in the maintenance. They're very well-built cars, and they're usually pretty solid as they have lower miles. As soon as they start to hit higher miles, that's when you start
Gotcha.
opening up the wallet a bit.
All right, and last question. California is going to be transitioning to electrification in the next 15 to 20 years. What are your thoughts of electric vehicles in the future of the car culture? And you're stable.
Yeah. So obviously, I don't have any electric cars right now, based on what I just told you I have, and not a huge fan of. I don't have a problem with electric cars, but I'm not a huge fan of them trying to dictate what we're going to drive. So eventually, it's probably going to turn that direction. I'm hoping that it sticks out a little longer than 2035.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're good cars. They're starting to make them to where there's obviously a lot of performance built in, but you're still not going to get that same feeling that you do with a gas powered engine, and that I'm going to hold on as long as I can to my gas cars.
Same here, man. Well, I appreciate your time. I'm just going to do some walk around shots. You don't have to be in it, and thank you again for bringing this. Hopefully, I can get a 911 used, probably.
Yeah.